Welcome, my friends, to another 8 Ends. It's MoPac After Dark here at the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships, coming to you live from Coyotes Curling Club. We're about ready to start our night spot game between two home teams, as it were, from Coyotes Curling. That includes Team McDonald playing in the maroon jackets, taking on Team Keeling playing in the purple and teal, kind of Diamondbacks colors. Should be an interesting game. It's been a fun game, a fun day of games all around, and I hope you are ready for a tasty dessert for this nightcap that we call MoPac After Dark. It's okay to let our hair down. I need to go get a haircut, but until I do, my hair is down, and we are ready to get fun, Kay. I probably won't push the boundaries too much. As we see these two teams strive to do their best, all women's teams in this late draw, which is fair because the men's teams had the morning draw. So teams are doing their final slide. We'll see who has the hammer. By nature of being the team that drew closest to the center of the button after the warm-up period. We call it Draw Shot Challenge or Last Stone Draw, LSD. Or in World Championship speak, we also say Last Stone First End, LSFE. So we're going to see who is the less fee. And it looks like Team McDonald is the less fee this time out. Last Stone First End. As we have Kimber Maroney get into the hat for Team Keeling. We are about ready to get underway. Some MoPac After Dark. Huge shout out to the ice techs and volunteers. They have been doing a scrape in between every draw, which is something that you would strive towards, but doesn't always happen in a tight schedule. And the fact that they've been able to do it and keep the event on time, knock on wood, is a really awesome thing to see, and definitely appreciate it. I'm sure people watching at home also appreciate it. As I timed that first draw at 15:28. Going for the out-turn guard. That shot is made. It looks like it was on the center line. I swear I made sure these cameras were looking pretty good. They're okay. This is Samantha Brokenshire with her first. And yes, that Yellowstone is on the center line. We are playing the 5-rock rule for the free guard zone, plus the no-tip rule, the enhancement, as it were. And it looks like Samantha was asked to throw up a corner guard, and that's pretty tight to the rings. That can't be fully removed from play until the 5th rock at the end. For the no-tip rule, a rock that is dislodged from the center line at all can either be reset or left where it is, depending on what the non-offending team wants to have happen. Slightly different than the 5-rock rule, where if it's a violation, it's a violation, and the rock gets put back and the offending stone is removed no matter what. Looking to draw in here with Kimber's second stone. I don't know why I did that as 3. That's about a 50-50 shot. As we see Samantha's second stone here. I think looking to draw on top of the yellow stone that's in the rings. We have, as I mentioned, 4 games on the ice. I'll let you guys know what they are in a moment. You can also know that all these games are available on the Coyotes YouTube channel. And we're also keeping track of live scores at bondsspieler.com. That was 13-18, and that did look to be a bit heavier than the draw that Kimber put up with her first stone. based on where everything ended up, that was probably close to hack weight. As we have Tristy Tragiton deliver her rock. And this game is coming to you with broadcast support from curling.gg. It's definitely appreciated, as we also appreciate the help from all of our sponsors to help bring curling to viewers from the region and beyond. Definitely happy to be here, and I hope you guys are ready for a fun game. As that hit was successful. This is Megan Grow. Her first shot, looking for a takeout. That's 1170. That is going to be a hit and roll under cover. And the shutstone jams on the yellow in the back, but does clear one of the yellows. So it's a good shot from Megan. It does roll open, and it's going to allow Christy to pop it out. Teams have been fairly aggressive in the first couple ends, doing some takeouts as they're trying to get a read for the ice. That hit and roll is successful, and the shooter's going to roll out of the rings but stay in play in the back of the sheets. So this is Megan second stone looking to peel the guard, and it makes some light contact, but it's going to be enough to clear it out. So mission accomplished there. As we are just like that to the third stones, and we have Amy Thompson in the hack for Team Keeling. Looking to draw, it appears. Let me show you where it ends up. That's just a smidge heavy, and it's going to go to the back of the house and stick around. So there's a double possibility. I think there could be a blank building here, as the broom is down for Jennifer Collins, looking to take on the double. This is over curling. Let's see if it's going to get at least one of the stones. It does get one of the stones. It rolls on top and then over the yellow in the back. So not too shabby from Jennifer. I think would have liked the double there. So second stone coming from Thompson. And this looks to be a hit. Going for the clockwise. This is going to be close. It does, actually, it definitely does what it needed to do. Although it also jammed on the yellow in the back. So it is an increasingly open sheet. And it is looking even more likely for the draw. Bet your bottom dollar. Please don't bet your bottom dollar. I was also joking online that no casino would take a bet that you would bet your bottom dollar that the sun will come out tomorrow. Because outside of the Arctic Circle or the Antarctic Circle, the sun is going to come out tomorrow. And this draw is looking pretty good. If the sun doesn't come out tomorrow, we have problems. That was a good draw there from Jennifer. And so we are to the stones of skip, as some people say. People who have been talking for 6 hours and will be talking for another 2 hours tonight to say that sort of stuff. So, pretty open house. Looks like the shot stone is to the right wing. And so it definitely looks like something for Tatiana Keeling to make a play on, especially based on where Amy Thompson has the broom. Looking to pop it out. I think ideally you'd stick around. This looks like it might be on the, nope, it's not going to be on the guard. Going to make contact on the shot rock, and then the shooter's going to roll out and away. So open sheets, I think definitely feeling that blank even more in my gut than I've ever felt anything in my life before. So we are going to see the first look of Andy McDonald doing the skip stones for this event. She's played a couple of games already, just the first time we've seen her on our feature sheet. Just looking to draw, I think, again, under the cover of that corner guard. Weight looks okay, maybe a little heavy. Needs to sit. Is it going to sit? And it is going to hang around in the back 12 foot. So pretty decent draw there. Not really using the cover, I don't believe. You can see here from this head-on view that it is that shot stone is pretty open, and so Keeling's going to try to find a way to get rid of that stone and stick around to force McDonald to try to make a tricky shot to make the blink happen. So the broom is down for a takeout. As Keeling gets set. Looking for a hit, and I think a little roll under would be good. Rolling out's not great, and that seems to be what's happening. And so the blank is on. Just like that hit Kenny Loggins song, the blank is on. Na 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 na. The blank is on. And Andy McDonald wastes no time getting the hack and delivering her stone through the rings to make the blank happen. So, pretty good setup. Lots of heat on that stone. as we wrap up our first end of tonight's MoPac After Dark. And I said the heat is on actually in Tempe. It's a fairly pleasant 66 degrees right now. It's the heat is definitely not on outside, but hopefully it's heating up in the ice house. We'll find out when we come back to the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships, coming to you live from Coyotes Curling Club. The ongoing coverage of our event is being brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com, featuring updated statistics and rankings of the top men's and women's teams from around the world, updated throughout the competitive season at DoubleTakeout.com. And by curling.gg. I have something to say about curling.gg. You better believe it. Test your stip skills against your friends online at curling.gg. Free online curling platform with real physics simulation. And by Endgame Curling, manufacturers of the travel handle, featuring a grip coating for better broom connection, fits most carry-on luggage for easy air travel, travel bag is included, and it's compatible with other curling broom brands. More information at endgamecurling.com. Right, and we are back in the sauce, back in the soup. I don't know. It's MoPac After Dark. Of course, that's my excuse for everything, even when it's daytime. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been broadcasting for 6 hours so far today. As we have Samantha deliver her first stone, looking for a draw guard, I believe. Corner guard. So, Keeling's first stone went into the rings. And I thought that was going to be a guard that went deep. Kimber's throwing her second stone. Going for the out turn counterclockwise draw. Looking for a front stone in front of that shot stone, right on the button. So one rock into the rings. McDonald kind of ignored it for now, looking to try to set something up. I don't know if she can ignore it a second time, especially with that the center guard, especially on the center line. So she's looking to not necessarily draw on top, but I think draw in front. There was a good guard there from Kimber, as we see Samantha with her next rock, doing the in-turn clockwise draw. Calling for curl. Also, they want to make sure it doesn't touch the center guard. It does touch the center guard, and it is a no-tick violation. So the offending stone is being removed, and the original stone is being replaced. The non-offended team had the choice to do that or to leave the stones as they played out, and clearly it looks to be Keeling's advantage to remove the offending rock. We see Christie's first rock to this end. I think trying to put that front stone that McDonald tried to do. Just a smidge light and over curled. And this is going to be around the center guard, and it's going to settle in behind the center guard. So not a front stone protecting the shot rock, but a second counter definitely. So Keeling sitting 2. And it was a great draw there from Tragican. As we see Megan's first stone looking to appeal at least one of these guards, maybe get them both. Just going to get one of the guards. Did clip the red in the back actually, so just a bad jam in the back. Just like when I go through my refrigerator after a couple of years, got some bad jam in the back. So next rock coming from Christy, no? I think this was a... I think this is Christy's second stone. Looking to put up another guard. And that is accomplished. That was a guard from Tragican. Doesn't quite cover the shot stones. So McDonald is going to have Megan attack it from the other side. And I think the double is there. This is over curling a little bit. Going to get one of them, but this is both moving. And it looks like both will leave the rings for a double takeout. Let's check the replay. And I think the double is there. This is over curling a little bit. Going to get one of them, but this is both moving. And it looks like both will leave the rings for a double takeout. Let's check the replay. And that double takeout was brought to you by doubletakeout.com. By the way, this end is being brought to you by doubletakeout.com. And we had Amy do a hit and roll, and that shot was successful. Rolls open on the right side, so it does set up a possible double on that right side for Jennifer Collins to take on. Line is okay. Sweepers jump on it. And this looks like it's over curling. I think they were hoping to get a piece of the yellow in the back, and they do. So not a double, but it does get something out of the rings. So not a bad shot. That was close to a miss. And I think Andy read the line really well to make sure that it was not a total miss. So good call there on the line. Good sweeping by the sweepers. It was what we call a team shot in the business. So Keeling is sitting 1 on the right, and sweepers are on it to try to draw around that high center guard. It looks like it's going to get around that center guard with room to spare. Another question is how deep will they be able to get it, and how far around will they be able to get it around that guard? The answer is top 8 foot, and that rock is about 60% open. They're trying to see if there's a double there. You can't really hit and roll on that top yellow, but you can hit and roll under on the right side, which is what Andy is asking Jennifer Collins to do with her second rock in this end. Sweepers again are jumping on it. If it over curls, hopefully it's a nose hit. You don't want to lose it. This is close to nose. It's actually going to hit on the outside and roll out to the very, very edge of the 12-foot. So that I think may take the blank out of the running, because it's going to be hard to address that stone and the rock that is very much closer to the center of the house in the top 8-foot. So we are to skip stones as we see Tatiana Keeling make her way down the ice. Just based on where the broom is, could be going for the hit or a draw. I know that's not super helpful. The broom is set up for likely hit, but the handle's set up for a draw in terms of like the rotation that she's going to put on it, the clockwise rotation to curl towards the center of the sheet. So it's going to be a draw. So I think Keeling wants to get around the front stones to sit shot before McDonald can, and that is a beautiful draw there from Keeling, sitting buried on the edge of the button, I believe. You can tell I'm questioning it because my inflection went up. But not in that way. That sounded weird. Looks like it's just maybe hanging onto the very back of the button. That was a great draw, though. So it looks like McDonald wants to follow Keeling down. Seems to be a prudent shot. Looking for about that 4-faded curl that we've been seeing so far this weekend. They want to make sure it gets to the 4-foot. Time-wise, 14:30. That seems to be close. It's not curling up as much as they had hoped, and it actually bounces off the shot stone and rolls wide. And so Keeling is just likely going to pop that red stone out and be sitting 3, and then basically force McDonald to do that draw again. Or they're looking to close the gap. I don't know. I think going for a force would be a good call here. Because also, like, she can't close off both halves. But also, I guess it's highly unlikely that McDonald's going to be able to tap out that yellow in the back 4-foot for 2. Especially with that guard in place. So I think there is method to this madness. Keeling gets set here. Last rock without the hammer here in the second end. Looking for a guard. The line is going to be the most important part here. It's a little heavy, perhaps. Actually, the weight's pretty close to what they wanted. And if it over curls a little bit, it still blocks off the path to the forefoot on that side for a point. And so, good block there. Turned out to be more of a front stone from Keeling. So, McDonald and Jennifer Collins waste no time putting the broom down to draw the other side. This is a side they haven't been on very much this game so far. So let us see how Andy McDonald will do with her last shot. The hammer coming here in the second end. Needs to be full bite of the button for a single point. Looks a little light. They need to go, I believe, 1472, but also needs to curl. So they're kind of stuck in this no man's land. Need a full bite of the button. Is it going to get there? And it ends up just being about 4 inches short. So really close effort there, but it is Keeling that gets the steal. With that steal, Keeling goes up 1-0 over Team McDonald. But McDonald keeps the hammer for another end, and we'll find out what happens next. As we get started on this third end of play, let's take a quick trip around the rings to let you guys know what's happening on the other sheets. And just as another reminder, all of the games are being tracked on bonuspeler.com, and static video coverage is being provided by Coyotes Curling at their YouTube channel. That's Coyotes Curling on YouTube. As you see, Kimber get set for a draw guard, I believe. We got some jiggles going on, jiggling. So on sheet A, a Coyotes clash between Team Aubrey and Juilliard from Coyotes. Aubrey was forced to a single with the hammer in the first. On sheet B, we have Team Thengdadurai from San Francisco with the hammer in the first end, being forced to a single. They're playing against Team Feldman, who has the hammer in the second end. That was a guard there by Maroney. Center line, as we have Samantha drawing around. Sheet C, you're watching it right now. And on sheet D, we have a Bay Area battle between Team Camarena from San Francisco Bay Area with the hammer, taking on Team Aces from Silicon Valley. Camarena blinked the first end and then converted the hammer with 2 in the second, and they are currently up 2-0 with play in the third end. So that is our trip around the rings. We'll definitely keep you up to date as this game progresses. That draw around was somewhat exposed, and so it looks like Maroney's going to try and just bop it out. Maroney has been playing for 8 years. Her previous experience includes 2019 Club National participant. She got an 8-ender in 2019. That must have been exciting. Also, 5-ender National Championship C event winner in 2020. And that hit was made. The shooter nosed the shot rock. So it looks like they're going to try and draw the other way with, Brookenshire's second stone. She's been curling for 3 years. Looking to draw around that guard. The weight is close. You can see the weight just kind of pull up there by that HQ logo. Turns turns into a tight guard. Nothing wrong with that. So Samantha's been curling for 2 years. Was at the 2024 MoPac Mids Playdowns. Was D bracket champions at the Hotter Than Hell Bonspiel in 2024, and was a quarterfinalist in 2 Bonspiels and a semifinalist in 2 other events. So looking to draw around, I believe. And this is turning into more of a guard. And may have not curled as much as they had hoped. So there's a bit of a stagger there, and it does set up a possible double. At the very least, try to get rid of one of those front stones. As you see the first stone coming from Megan. Megan's been curling for years. Sorry. Peeled the guard and kind of ran it into the rings. Got some action going on. The net result is losing one of the yellows. One of the reds is now in the top 12, and then we have a red center guard that Keeling is looking to draw around. As we see Christie's second stone looking to draw around. Christie has been curling for 4 years, was at Senior Nationals in 2023, was also at the USCA 500 qualifier in Denver in 2024, the second event winner. That is a great draw there from Christie. So again, looking to clear the front with Megan's second stone. Megan has been curling for 12 years. Past experience includes the 2013 MoPac Women's Champion playing lead. And this does peel the guard, running the yellow guard onto the yellow. Shot rock is open, and that's going to lead Keeling to try to close the door here. For a draw. Coverage of this end is being brought to you by it's being brought to you by curling.gg. For skips and curlers who love a good game, curling.gg is your ultimate practice tool. Free, easy, and all about strategy. Visit curling.gg to test your skills right now. And that draw does close off some of the access to the center, but I think you can still get to the shot stone. Actually, the shot stone's pretty buried from this view. So Jennifer Collins is in the hack to peel. Jennifer's been curling for 3 years. One of her top finishes was 3rd place in 2023 on Team McDonald. Was also at the U.S. Women's Curling Association National Bonspiel in St. Paul. Does peel one of the guards. The shot stone is open again, so Keeling is going to ask Amy to close the door once more. Going for the in-turn clockwise rotation. And Amy's been curling for 12 years. Past experience includes the winning club Playdowns multiple times. 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. Something may have happened in 21, not quite sure. It was COVID. So not quite a front stone. This is going to be a corner freeze almost. Really well frozen actually. Some other accomplishments from Jennifer include winning the Donna Perky Classic last year, also winning the Fall Fiesta Bonspiel, and third place at the Indy Patriot Bonspiel. And gets both yellows moving. Let's see that again. That was pretty fascinating. For include winning the Donna Perky Classic last year, also winning the Fall Fiesta Bonspiel, and third place at the Indy Patriot Bonspiel. And gets both yellows moving. Let's see. So the little hop caught my eye from McDonald. And got those two yellows moving out of the center, and red is now shot, even though it is pretty exposed. So we are to skip stones, and Keeling is going to, I think, just pop the red out and maybe roll under cover if she can to the left. This is her first without the hammer here in the third end. We are playing 8 ends of regulation. Teams can choose to resign early if they feel the game is out of hand. This is going to hit, and it's going to roll across to the right and out of the house, but still remain in the field of play. So not a takeout, but takeout, sorry, it's not a double takeout because the second rock was not removed from play. And right now, Keeling is sitting 1-2. If the end were to finish, she would score 2. And McDonald has that third rock in the outer 12-foot. So just based on where the broom is, I think McDonald is going to try to draw on top of the yellow in the back 8-foot area. There's a little bit of cover. So they're kind of think they're worried about the line. The weight's also an issue. It's coming up a little bit light. Looks like it's going to sit down in the 12-foot for third shot. So with Keeling sitting 2 right now, they're looking to just kind of lock it down and really force McDonald to a single point or possibly steal. So the broom is down for the draw as Keeling makes her way back to the hack. Keeling has been curling for 11 years. Some of her highlights include winning at Club Playdowns, in 18, 19, 20, 22, and 23. And just before we continue, Team Keeling has a motto: have fun even if you aren't having fun, or if you aren't having fun, it's not worth doing. And they've been together as a team since 2024, spring of 2024. So this is supposed to be a draw to the left side of the forefoot, and this is pretty close. It settles in right on the forefoot, just outside the button. So pretty good shot there. Didn't get buried, but it is pretty well covered. So looking for a draw from Andy McDonald for a single point, facing 3. Here is the hammer. And Andy McDonald has been curling for 14 years. Placed 4th at 2023 Mixed Nationals. Has also won multiple U21 and U18 national championships from 2017 to 2022. So this needs to get there. It's over curling a little bit, so I think it's kind of a damage control perhaps. And it does cut Keeling down to 1, but that is going to be a steal of 1 for Keeling. So it's kind of missing on the wrong side of the inch, as they say. And we'll see how McDonald adjusts when we return to the 2026 Club Playdowns on the curling.gg network. We are about to start the 4th end. We're doing 8 ends of regulation, so we're going to take a halftime break after end number 4. Our MoPac After Dark halftime show is, as always, fireworks. Everyone is going to go into the ice house and basically light up as many sparklers as they can, and see how see how much soot we can get on the ice. Ice techs love it. Coming up at halftime. We are going to turn off the lights, so you won't be able to see it, unfortunately. Except for the sparklers. I did not think this joke through. It looks like Maroney put up a corner guard. And it looks like Samantha's going to try to draw around that. So these are the club playdowns in both the men's and the women's disciplines. Coming up next month, we have our mixed 4s playdowns, where you have 2 men and 2 women on each team. They do not need to be from the same club, and in fact, they don't even need to be from the same region. You can bring in some imports for that event. The only downside is you can't have a sub. It's 2 men, 2 women, and that's it. Not quite. I think you might have to forfeit if you're down a player. So that draw round was pretty decent, but I don't think it's buried. As Maroney gets set for her next rock. And that rock is a little, it's poking out a little bit. This is going to be on her guard. So that guard goes away. So that is not a guard zone violation because it was her own rock. You can move your own rock around without penalty. So the guard did its job, as we see Samantha deliver her second stone. And looking to put up not a front stone, I think just looking to put another rock in the rings. They wanted to have it be, I think, level to the other stone. But it's going to go a little deep, setting up a possible double. As we see Christy get set for her next rock. She was at the Senior Nationals in 2023 as a participant, and second event winner at the 5 and under qualifier in Denver last year. So hits made on the Keeling stone, and then they do get one of the McDonald Reds out of play. Things are serious now. Megan took her jacket off. Looking to draw around that guard on the right. Going to go a little deep. It does set up a pocket, but it's not really lined up for a double. As you see, Christy's second stone. Coverage of this end is being brought to you by doubletakeout.com. Sorry, Endgame Curling. Endgame Curling, manufacturers of the Endgame Origin and Endgame Icon broom. This is a little heavy, and it's going to go through the house, out of play. So, Endgame Curling manufactures the Icon Broom and the Origin Broom. Unlock your potential with the curling broom that's right for you. Information at endgamecurling.com. So, Megan's next rock, looking to draw again. I think try to keep the rock a little higher than her first rock. But right now, McDonald is sitting 2 and has a chance to jump back into this game. At the halfway point, it's heavy again, and so McDonald's looking to try to push it to the back of the pile. I think maybe freeze a little bit if she can. It doesn't quite freeze. So now Keeling wants Amy Thompson to make some granite fly. Looks like she floated it out wide a little bit on her release. But it's coming back. It's trying to get one of the stones moving, and that's all. One of the reds onto the other red, and the back red goes away. Not too shabby. That rock does narrow the scoring area, and it makes it tricky for McDonald to try to set up a multiple point score. So some debate back and forth between Andy and Jennifer on where to go. You know, one thought would be to take out the yellow and sit 3 again, but they're looking to draw behind cover to set up a multiple point score. And that makes sense. So Jennifer's second rock is away, going for the outturn draw. Behind cover if they can. You need to make sure it doesn't overcurl. And we're going to be close. It ticks off of the red. It ticks off the yellow part of me and rolls back towards the center. So not the best way to miss. So Keeling has the broom down for Thompson to just pop out one of the stones. Maybe get both of them. This is actually going to be on the guard. Oh, this is a bit of a disaster, but not too bad. It does raise the red through the rings and does provide some more cover for that draw on the right side. So it's a couple misses in a row there. As Collins gets set for the draw once more. Vine's going to be close, which is carrying a little bit, so that's why the sweepers were hesitant. Now the weight's coming off, and they're trying to coax it as far as it will go, and it goes into the pile in the back of the 8 foot. I believe that is good for a second shot. So despite the effort to try to keep a rock up high, it goes a little deep again, but not a bad outcome. It's somewhat buried. You can see the clots in the background. Both teams have plenty of time right now. As I said, about 30 minutes to play 8 ends. So after 4 ends, you should have around 15 minutes. I think a lot of teams try to have like about 16 minutes, so you have about 4 minutes per end of thinking time. And again, that's the time it takes for you to start your shot. The clock starts when the other team finishes their shot, and the clock stops when your delivered stone crosses the delivery hog line. Sorry, the delivery tee line. And so Keeling is drawing down into the pile. Good shot there. It's going to make it a lot harder for McDonald to score multiple points here in this end. McDonald could try to blow things up right now just because it's not really working in her favor. Teams to play towards the back of the house, and she could still have a draw for 1. So just to try to get something going on, go big or go home, as they say. Okay, so they're not going to blow it up. They're looking to draw. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. MoPac After Dark. Oh, man. It is interesting to see the curlers that do have their hair down versus those that have their hair up. I don't think it means anything. It's just, I was joking earlier about letting one's hair down. So this seems to be set up for a draw. Let's see. Yes, they are set up for the draw. And you can tell they're set up for the draw based on where the broom is positioned. Usually if you're doing a draw or a guard, your broom usually stays on the tee line because it's a consistent, plane of reference. And versus a takeout where you want to put the broom next to the first rock that you want to hit. This is coming up a little light. And actually, she's okay with it. I heard line's great. Okay, so that's good for shot. Great sweeping. They swept that from post to post, and what a great show of athleticism from the front end for Team McDonald. So now, I think the issue is for Keeling, where to go. She could hit out the redstone and basically just force McDonald to draw for one, because that's all McDonald can really do if Keeling does take out the shot stone. I think they do want to try to steal, so they're looking to basically try to draw the button, which could be effective. I'm trying to think about the pros and cons of that shot. They're looking for a lot less curl with that side, with that draw selection. So Keeling is in the hat, I believe, looking to draw. This is her last rock without the hammer. Actually looking to corner freeze just based on where Thompson has the broom. There's a chance of this over curling. They were looking for about 3 feet of curl, and that's close to what they're getting. So that's why I didn't necessarily like that shot, because it kind of sets up the draw for two for McDonald. I didn't say it before, so I don't seem as smart as I could have been. But also, for McDonald, she just basically has to throw the same shot that she just threw. So I was leaning, again, my recommendation would have been to hit the McDonald shot stone and force McDonald to draw for one. Little miss there, and McDonald's running for two. This is the last rock here. The hammer coming in the fourth ends from Andy McDonald. One in hand, looking for the second in the bush. It's hanging out wide, 1372. It's a little heavy. There's a little bit of backing, which is what I think they might be relying on, and they do get the backing. But is it enough for the second shot? I don't think so. As we take a look at it, so they got one. And they're taking another close look at it. If they're not sure, they should just do a measure. They are calling for the measure. So we're going to see the most exciting, measure in all of sport, the pressure dial that we have in curling. I'm pretty sure we're doing the pressure dial. Sometimes we have the laser level. And we are going to be using the pressure dial as one of the ice officials makes his way to the ice. He's going to cool the device on the ice to make sure that it doesn't melt an area that's important. Okay, you didn't do that. So it looks yellow, but again, if you're not sure, just do a measure. So this is to see who is second shots. I don't know if anyone in the chat has any idea who might be scoring the second rock here. So McDonald wants it to be red. I think it's yellow. McDonald taking her fourth end break says it's McDonald. I mean, it says it's Keeling. But survey says it's really close, apparently. He's gonna maybe go around again, perhaps. So he kicked it towards the center, which looks like it's going to be red. So that is 2 for McDonald, I believe. I might wait until they get off the ice to be sure. But that worked out for McDonald. So we're going to take a break in the action. When we get back, we'll let you know what the score is. And we'll also go around the rings to let you guys know what's going on the other sheets. Until we do, this remains the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships, coming to you live from Coyotes Curling in Tempe, Arizona. 1 second. Okay, just to make official, the measure was red. So that is the second rock for red. And we are all square at the halfway point. So we'll be back in just a moment. Ongoing coverage of the DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships is being brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com. Proprietor Ken Pomeroy updates the site throughout the competitive curling season to see how the top men's and women's teams fare against each other in several key metrics. More information at doubletakeout.com. And our broadcast is also being sponsored by curling.gg. Next time you're confused on ice, take a photo, recreate it on curling.gg, and try multiple outcomes. It's the only platform that lets you take a shot, undo, and try again. Curling.gg. And by Endgame Curling. Unlock your potential with a curling room that's right for you. EndgameCurling.com. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Just having some fun in the fourth end break. Talking to a Team McDonald, and fun fact: apparently Andy McDonald has not seen the movie Superbad. So, and she graduated college. That is a key part of her education that's missing. But in any case, Samantha Brokenshire threw the first rock at the end. Looks like you're winning to the rings. Nope, it's a guard. And we have Kimber Maroney throwing a corner guard, I believe. So, yeah, and McDonald was also telling me that she was taking some voice memos of her pre-competition practice that was held last night. All the teams got a few minutes on each sheet to test out the rocks, to see how the ice is, and just to kind of get into form. And she was saying that she basically she was talking into the microphone, and she also was had the other players talking to the microphone. And just hearing the playback was pretty funny from what she was relating. So this net stone from Samantha Brokenshire is a high center guard. So at this halfway point, looks like just keeping track of the shot selection and how each team member has been doing, scoring each shot a number between 0 and 4. 0 meaning you missed it, you blew it, or 4 meaning I have never seen anything more beautiful than that shot. I'm exaggerating. Yeah, 4 is the shot is made. 0 is you did not make the shot, and then the rest of the numbers are in between. And that was a good draw round from Kimber. Fun fact, this is the first time that Team Keeling has had the hammer in this game. So for Team McDonald, the front end, as you see Megan's first stone, looking to draw a round, I believe. Samantha's thrown all draws. I would say it's just kind of been so-so in terms of her shots. She's made about a third of the shots perfect, and otherwise some small misses here or there. Shot selection has been pretty close to 50-50 clockwise in-turn rotation versus the counterclockwise out-turn rotation. And Megan's shot does end up behind cover, somewhat buried. I'd give that a 3 out of 4. And as we see, Christie's next rock, her first of this end, looking to, I believe, peel one of the guards. And is going to peel. Contact is made. Shot successful. That's a 4. So you see how easy it is to do. And they have computers now that people use to tabulate the data. I have a spreadsheet that's been printed out, and I just do that to just kind of keep notes on the game without having like a notepad. This is Megan's second shot. Megan, for the first 3 ends, threw a lot of takeouts. And then in the past, well, in the fourth end she drew, and then in this fifth end she's also drawing. Going for the in-turn draw. This is going to be close to a freeze. Not quite, there's a tap back. Still a good outcome. So Megan, I would say Megan's made about 75% of her shots, roughly. And it's kind of funny, we're talking about college earlier, and like grade inflation is real. And grade inflation has been debated at the top level of curling because like why were people thinking so many like 100% or really close to it. And one argument is that you have really great players on really great ice. It's pretty easy, not pretty easy, but you would expect people to perform well at that level. And at the same time, I think they've definitely asked the scorers to be more consistent and rigorous in how they do the scoring on their score sheet for making shots or not. This is Christie's second stone, looking to open stuff up in the center. Does peel that second guard. Another good shot there from Christie. Christie's thrown a mix about mostly draws. Although she has been asked to throw some heats in the first and this end. And she's been pretty consistent. She had one outright miss last end. But otherwise been pretty solid. And again, shot selection on all these teams has been pretty consistent 50-50 outturn intern. And then to finish the front end for Keeling, Kimber Maroney, been pretty solid. I would say she's probably made about 80% of her shots. She's thrown, I think, she's actually thrown mostly outturns, but has been able to throw interns, including one this end. Jennifer asked to put up a front stone guard, and she does with the intern. Shot's pretty well made, although the left side is accessible. Looking for, they wanted to sit on top, and I think to be able to pop out that red near the end of the end to score two might be the thinking on the part of Tatiana Keeling. As we get to Amy Thompson's first rock. And Amy, again, being ambidextrous in terms of which rotation to throw, outturn, intern. She's thrown also about 50-50 draws to takeouts. This is over curling. It's actually going to be on the guard. It was a little light out of hand. It does roll to a guard position, so not a horrible outcome. I think for scoring shots, I think a lot of people kind of say, you know, like, oh, well, you didn't make things actively worse, so I'm not going to give you a 0. I'll just give you a 1. And that's not necessarily the standard as I believe it to be. So it looks like Collins is being asked to kind of drive the pile of reds back onto the shot yellow. McDonald's calling for sweep. Don't want it to over curl. This is going to be close. It's over curling slightly. It is a little light. Ooh. I think the line was pretty good. I think just it was a little light out of hand, and took away just a key opportunity for McDonald. So yeah, I don't know if the shot was not made. It didn't make the situation worse necessarily, but I would almost lean to making that a 0. I don't think that shot was made, unfortunately. And I also have to, at this point, also acknowledge that you know, I'm not on the ice. The players are, and you know, they are definitely playing the conditions and the rocks. And I have not had recent experience with these rocks from Coyotes. It's been about a year actually since I played here, which is always fun. It's just I haven't been on the ice here lately. So looking to put up a guard. This is actually looking pretty good for Thompson. I said actually. I'm not surprised. That was it. Oh, it over curled slightly. So it is accessible, I believe. So McDonald could throw like board weight weight with enough force to have the stone reach where the scoreboard is, and just kind of clip the red onto the yellow. I guess the question is the port. I mean, so you probably would need to throw more weight than that. You probably need to throw control weight, which is a takeout at a speed where the sweeper can still somewhat control the direction of the curl. And there's normal, which is just your normal takeout weight. Teams sometimes have different definitions of how they interpret what's a normal takeout, what's a control takeout. If your definition varies, I understand. So we are to skip stones here. Jennifer Collins, by the way, again, I'm doing a mix of 50-50 draws to takeouts. She's made probably about 2/3, 3/5, only one real miss. This is some heat looking to hit and roll. Oh my gosh. Got a little pinball action here. Let's check out the replay. Takeouts. She's made probably about 2/3, 3/5, only one real miss. This is some heat looking to hit and roll. Oh my gosh. Got a little pinball action here. Let's check out the replay. And that was a double takeout brought to you by doubletakeout.com. And I don't think McDonald thought the shot was there. I saw a little profanity, a little cuss word as she was calling the sweep call, but got that pinball action, just kind of slammed into the stones to the side and got the like a lucky redirect onto the shot yellow, kicking 2 of the yellows out of play for the double takeout, brought to you by doubletakeout.com, and sitting 3. So just a crazy shot there. That might be the TSN turning point, actually. If you don't know what the TSN turning point is, ask a curler. Actually, I don't think TSN uses that phrase very often anymore. But that definitely would be one of the shots of the game. So now Keeling is in a bit of a bind. Willing to make the deal. So she's going to rosin up her bow and play that fiddle hard, because hell's broke loose in Tempe, and I guess McDonald's stealing the cards. So looking to, I think maybe start running the yellows back or open up the yellow to have a chance at something. Yellow onto red, opens it up slightly. So a pretty good shot, especially given what Keeling has to work with. McDonald is still sitting 3, I believe. Indeed, that appears to be the case. Hard to say what type of shot that was. Either clearing I believe clearing the front would probably be a good way to categorize it. And McDonald, I believe, is just looking to kind of, I think she wants to draw in. But I think the way the things are, okay, she does not want to draw it. She wants to put up a rock in the top 12 foot, just based on where she tapped her broom. So McDonald, until that last shot, has thrown entirely draws, aside from a throw through in the first end, which does not count for statistical purposes. And she's been about 50% on her draws. Really in the last 2 ends, really elevating as she's set up to draw here with her last. And she has thrown mostly out turns, the counterclockwise rotation. And that could also just be that's the path that's open to draw to. Although top teams set up the end so that the skip is throwing the side that they favor the most. So it's possible McDonald favors drawing right to left. I like drawing right to left. So that shot looks like it was made. Drawing right to. Sorry, I missed the rotation on that stone. But that front stone was successful. Looks like Keeling has a possible double. Definitely kind of a damage control shot. As she gets set in the hack. Okay, that was an out turn. Last rock here, looking to, I believe, go through the port, double 2 of those McDonald Reds out to minimize the damage. Facing 3, this is the hammer coming from Tatiana Keeling. It's over curling a little bit. Oh, it's on the guard. Oh, disaster, unfortunately, for Keeling. But ecstasy for Team McDonald as they steal 3 to take a 5-2 lead into the 6th end. So just an unfortunate shot there. But we're going to take a pause in the action. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our ongoing coverage of the 2026 Club Playdowns on the curling.gg broadcast network. They're our broadcast sponsor. Say the opening rock coming from Samantha Brokenshire. Let's go around the rings real quick. We're keeping track of scores on bondswheeler.com. As Brokenshire is throwing up a center guard with the in-turn clockwise rotation. This is going to be on the center line, so the no-take rule applies to that stone. Going around the rings, we have on sheet A, Team Juilliard from Coyotes taking on Team Albury from Coyotes. Back and forth battle with Juilliard holding a 3-2 advantage after 5. As we see Kimber Maroney's first rock looking to put up a corner guard. Maybe drawn to the rings. On sheet B, we have Team Thingler derived from San Francisco in the driver's seat against Team Feldman from Wine Country Curling. Thingler derived 6. Feldman 1 after 5. The difference in that game was a 3 spot in the second end, stealing 3 by Thingler Durai. Otherwise, a lot of singles. Sheet D, a contest between Team Camarena from San Francisco taking on Team Aces from Silicon Valley. Back and forth game as well. Aces was up 4-2, and then Camarena responded with a 4 spot in the 5th to take a 6-4 lead after 5. So with the second shot, Brokenshire drew around and put up another center guard. I think they would have wanted to be in the rings. That's not a bad outcome. And so Maroney is drawing around the center on the left side. So some fun facts about Maroney. She has a boring 9-to-5 office job, but also teaches jazzercise and works part-time at the zoo. So she wasn't going around the center, she was going around the corner guard. And that was successful. That is now shot rock in the back, 8 foot, maybe a little deeper than they would have liked. But we can see from the face-on view that it is fairly well buried. Also, speaking of the zoo, Maroney has 2 pet snakes and 1 dog. And check out their jerseys for a nod to the snakes. As Megan's drawing around, but it looks like it might be on the guard. McDonald comes to help sweep the stone that was hit, and so it does not get into the rings, but it does split the guards to I think kind of make it harder to draw into the house. So again, not a bad outcome. Finishing the statistics analysis on Keeling. She started off really strong, but has had a bit of, she's been put into tricky spots with McDonald's McDonald really amping up the pressure in the last 2 ends. So I would say she's made 85% of her shots. Just had some bad go of it in the last 2 ends. So it looks like Christy is drawing the ports, and it looks like it's going to get there. Another question is, how deep is it going to get and buried? How far is it going to get buried? And pretty well buried. But you can see it's touching the top 8 foot. So that is actually shot rock right now. So the broom is down for Megan to run the red back onto the yellow shot stone. Calling for curl. It's floating out though. I don't know if it's going to come back. Well, it's coming back. Just to tap it though. Tap the red yellow shot stone. Does get a does get a red into the rings. So Christy, her fun facts include the fact that she has 2 birthdays. One is the legal one and the actual one. And then she only gets up before 7 a.m. if getting on a plane or curling. And I know what that's like. So it looks like she's going to try to draw through the port on this right side. Out turn clockwise rotation. Looks like it's curling a little early and might be on the guard. And so sweepers jump off of it. So other fun facts, she met her husband on a plane, and her favorite curling snack is the napkin bacon. You cook the whole package, just heat up a few slices in the napkin when you need a quick fix. Kimber's favorite curling snack is the Haribo Twin Snakes, which somehow have 2 grams of protein per serving. And you see Jennifer Collins with her first shot going to draw. And they don't want to be caught up on that early curl, and it looks like they are. So that's the second shot where both teams have underestimated how much curl there was, but it ends up opening things up down the center. So Keeling wants to draw in and put another one on top of the shot stone. Right now it is Keeling sitting 1 and 3, and McDonald sitting 2, 4, 5 in terms of the rock order. So this, they took more ice. It looks like it's not going to crash on the guards. It's still a little on the light side, and ends up in the full 12 foot. Does kind of clog up the works a little bit, so not too bad. So I believe McDonald wants to try to draw onto the shot stone, really narrow the scoring area. And as Collins gets set for her seconds. She had good pace with her first stone. It just caught the curl early. The break point might be a little higher than the hog line. Right about there is where it breaks. So about 8 feet behind the hog line. You see it just swings like crazy. And I think it's that should impact the Keeling stone that was just put in. So slightly the burned rock, but both skips talk to make sure that it's put back where it needs to go. One of the great examples of the spirit of curling. It's the non-offending skip's decision, but usually both teams work together to make sure things are fair. And one of the nice aspects of the game. So that red ends up in a not awful spot for a possible run back for skip stones. So while Amy and Tatiana are talking about the shot, let's go over some Amy fun facts. She lived in England for 3 years and discovered that European chocolate is worth whatever price you have to pay, and has not eaten Hershey's chocolate ever since. As her shot's away, looking to draw the left side, I think looking to maybe tap some of those yellows back. Just you have to be careful that it doesn't over curl. It looks pretty well managed. Got tap, tap. And so it looks like McDonald is going to want to take on the Rays takeout, as the tap bat by Thompson was very successful. As Keeling is now sitting 2. Thompson is also in a race with her husband to visit all 50 states, currently tied at 43. And her favorite curling snack are the little mandarin oranges, especially when they're peeled by the skip Keeling. That's got to be the life, as it were. So the broom is down for Andy McDonald, looking to raise the red onto the yellows for a raised takeout. And it's over curling. Let's see if it's going to stay on target. It does get both yellows moving, including, well, it gets 3 yellows moving. None of the yellows actually leaves the field of play, but it does open the middle up. And it looks like now Keeling is sitting first, third, and fourth, while McDonald is sitting 2 and 5. 6, 7, 8. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, stat, boo, da, ba, da, ba. Scat. And MoPac After Dark, baby. So they are calling their timeouts. The front end skedaddles to the playing area. Let's see if we can hear what's going on, because hope springs eternal. The answer remains as always, no, we can't hear what they're saying. Maybe one day. So, situation here, Keeling is down 3 with 2 ends to play after this. They have the hammer. So if they can get 2 here, force, they'd be down 2 with the hammer in the 8th end. I think ideally they want to have 3 here just to have a more realistic shot of tying or winning the game in the 8th end. But you want to score here, force in the 6th, 7th end, and then try to convert the hammer with 2 or more points in the 8th end. And that does seem to be the strategy. But how do you do that? Especially since McDonald appears to be doing a pretty good job of controlling the front of the house. 5 seconds left on the timeout. 2, 1. So back to life, back to reality. Keeling has about 10 minutes, which means that it would have about 5 minutes per end after this end. About 4:40, let's say. Still plenty of time. And so the question is, how do you get a second stone? And there is a port, but it's on the side that's curling really heavily. And that does seem to be the shot. They're looking to probably draw and maybe get around the red that's on the center line. As Keeling gets set in the hack. Looking to draw, I believe, just top 8 foot. As long as you're sitting second shots. And her shot is away. Sweepers are on it, looking to hold the line. And it just swung right there. And this is a bit of a, I mean, it's a miss, but it's not disastrous. If it was a little heavier, it could have tapped the red up. So there's this swing on this side of the sheet coming home has been really tripping up both teams this end. And so McDonald is looking to close the front door, as it were. And so they're looking to draw and put up a front stone just to narrow, just to close off a draw path. As McDonald gets set for her last stone without the hammer here in this 6th end. Looking to close it down, close the port down. And that went sideways. So that went way sideways. They're looking to see if there's something on the ice. Maybe a pick. Oh my goodness. So Keeling has a chance for 2. she's and is making sure that there's nothing disrupting the playing surface. It's important to, you know, you don't think about the dirt, specks of dirt or hair that might, you know, just fall off one's body or clothing, but it can have a huge impact on a curling stone and its trajectory. But here we are, the last rock, looking to draw for two. Has one in hand, looking to put a second stone in. They are sweeping, I think, really to make sure the line is held. And then I think once it gets closer, maybe get off it. It's slowing down. Is it going to get into the house to be second shot? It's going to be through the port. Where is it going to stop? Is it going to? It's going to stop right on the edge of the 8-foot. It's not enough. Oh my goodness. That side of the sheet, just tricksy, as they say. You know, if one were Smeagol. So I think both teams are kind of asking what happened with that. The good teams will make an adjustment when they come back, coming home in the last end. So again, McDonald and both teams are really taking a look at the ice surface. If they, I mean, they could call a technical timeout to have the ice tech take a look. They are calling a technical timeout. So just because that was just a wacky end. So it sounds like the teams just want to mop to make sure make sure there's no debris on the ice. Oh, I haven't updated the scoreboard in a while. Apologies for that, folks. So we are headed into the seventh end. The score is 5-3 McDonald, and McDonald has a hammer. As we continue with this timeout. And while they are in a technical timeout, we're going to pause too. We'll be right back to our ongoing coverage of the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships. we are back after the cleanup on aisle. See it literally. And it looks like Keeling had Maroney put up a guard, which was made. So we're going the other way. We'll see how the sheet reacts going this direction, away from the home side. And so it looks like McDonald wants to draw around the guard that was just put up. And it's not buried. So looking to draw and tap the red out, I believe, with a Kimber second stone. Ends up wrecking on their own guard, unfortunately. So McDonald is just looking to pile rocks into the house, it appears. As Samantha Brokenshire gets set for the draw. And coverage of this end is being brought to you by doubletakeout.com. You can sort the top men's and women's teams by country, so you can look at a glance to see who the top American teams are, for example. You can also see the top Canadian teams and a lot more at doubletakeout.com. So that draw ends up a little short, turns into a guard. So not a bad outcome. As we see Christy getting set for her shot. Looking for the takeout again, it looks like. This time with no guard in play. And it looks like that shot is going to be made. A slight roll. So a good shot there from Christy, and it looks like it's going to... McDonald had two possibilities, to either hit and roll under, which I think is the call, as Megan pushes out of the hack. And let's see where this is going to end up. So looking for the hit and roll, trying to coax it over. It's going to glance off of the shot stone. The shooter's going to roll away, and the shot stone is going to remain the shot stone, but on the very left edge of the 12-foot. So not entirely successful there. As we see Christie's next rock underway. So this is a very exciting year for curling. It's an Olympic year, and it's great to see the completion of the team event of the Olympic qualification event. As Christie's going to draw to the back 8-foot area, kind of biting the back 4-foot. But Olympic qualifications ended, and the U.S., Team USA, has punched its ticket to the Olympics, which means that we're going to see Team USA curling on the global stage, which is always great to see. And this is a great opportunity to see the best that we can do in the sport of curling. So Megan hits this time, and does make the hits. The shooter rolls out of the house but remains on the field of play. And so for McDonald, they want to keep a clean sheet. They don't necessarily want to create a lot of scoring opportunities or places to hide for Keeling, to let Keeling try to steal a point or two to get back into the game. It's a 2-point game right now. McDonald 5, Keeling 3. As we see Amy throw a draw, I think looking to get around the guards. This is going to be a little high and a little wide. So McDonald, I think, could try to hit. They could try the double if they wanted to. Because you know my catchphrase, I think the double's there. Because it's there, I swear it's there. So Jennifer Collins gets sets, looking for hits and a little roll. Not a lot of, a good amount of speed, but not a missile. And looks like it's over curling, so they're looking for plan B. I think maybe wick off the red and roll towards that yellow on the left side, but it's going to roll under. But it's good for second shot, so not a bad outcome. I don't think it's what they were looking for. So Keeling is looking to protect the shot stone. And I guess also maybe look for a way to bring that yellow on the left edge of the 12-foot into play later in the end. So looking to put up the front stone, I believe. It's got the weight, but I think it's over curling slightly. Actually, it didn't over curl, it under curled slightly. It sets up a possible double that McDonald puts the broom on. And the call is for normal takeout weights. Gets both yellows moving through the rings out of play. And that is a double takeout brought to you by doubletakeout.com. Gets both yellows moving through the rings out of play. And that is a double takeout brought to you by doubletakeout.com. Back to the live action. The house was looking like a possible Keeling steal in the middle, and McDonald with the last two throws has really opened it up with a little bit of help from Keeling. McDonald is sitting 2 now on the edge of the 12-foot. Which if you have the hammer, you want to try to have play to the wing, so you then draw to the center for multiple point score. Keeling has 1 stone in the out of 12-foot, and she's not looking to make a play on those stones to the wings. She's looking to draw under the corner guard on the right side. So this is Keeling's is first. Keeling was born and raised in Russia, curled in a bond school in Moscow once on a visit home. And this draw looks decent. Good for shot. Doesn't get buried. So McDonald can make a play on it, and that seems to be what they're looking at. Just make it go away, really. Although if they hit and stick, I mean, I think ideally you want to roll towards the right from this view. Roll towards the pile on the right side from this view, just because I don't think you want to put the rock in a position where Keeling could hit and roll undercover at buried shot, and then McDonald would be forced to make a tough shot. That's my initial impression. As McDonald gets sets, looking for alignment, balance, and curl on the delivery. Pretty good release. So it does hit on the right side and rolls to the right and jams. So I think they want a little bit more curl, and I think part of it is like, it looked like the release may have floated out slightly, and that could have been the difference. So we're kind of back to where we were 2 rocks ago, minus 1 yellow and minus 1 redstone. So while Keeling is talking about the shot, let's do a quick trip around the rings because we have 2 games off the ice that have wrapped up. On sheet B, Team Thanga derived from San Francisco was the 8-1 winner over Team Feldman from Wine Country. And then on sheet D, Team Camarena from San Francisco, they were the 11-4 winners over Team Aces from Silicon Valley. So lots of curling left to play. We got 2 more days of pool play and playoffs before Championship Sunday, where we will crown a regional champion to go to the national championship. So the broom is down. Looks like they're going to, I think, hit and stick. I think just based on where Keeling has the broom, looking to hit and I think maybe roll slightly under the red on the right. That might be the shot. So looking to hold the line. Looking pretty good. I think they want to cross the face ever so slightly. And they do, and they roll towards the center. And then the shot stone settles in the back of the house, back of the sheet, out of the rings it appears. Or if it's on the rings, just ever so slightly. So that was a good intern takeout. Definitely did what they set out to do. Some more fun facts about Tatiana. She's read 49 novels so far this year. 49 novels. And her favorite curling snack are Dove dark chocolates. So you can see McDonald and Megan really taking a look at that stone. That's the one that went sideways on them. And also, McDonald's going to be throwing an intern clockwise rotation. That's the same rotation that she had with her last shot in the last end. So this is the last rock, the hammer, coming from Andy McDonald, looking to hit the yellow and score 2. Sweepers are on it. It's curling, but I think it's going to be okay. It's going to hit and it's going to stick around. It does stick around. 4-2. And good shot there by McDonald to take a 7-3 lead heading into the last end. So Keeling has the hammer, but they also have a 4-point deficit. So interesting situation here. And before we dive into this last end, just note that this end is being brought to you by Endgame Curling. As it looks like Samantha just threw through, and if you are doing stats, those don't count. So we see Kimber Maroney's first rock. So Endgame Curling, manufacturers of the Endgame Icon and Endgame Origin brooms. We have 3 sweepers on that rock, as Keeling came up to help. Both brooms feature eco-friendly fabric replacement, innovative locking and sliding position, adjustable pivot resistance, a large radius sliding bar, a quick disconnect broom head, and is available for the travel handle conversion. More information at endgamecurling.com. And with that vigorous sweep, they did get the guard into position. And it looks like Samantha threw through as a second time. Just again to try to minimize scoring possibilities for the other team. They want to run the other team out of rocks and also not give the other team places to hide or to position rocks on top of. So if there's no rocks in play, there's nowhere to hide. Which is also why Team Keeling is looking to put up guards so they can have those places to hide. And it looks like Kimber's going to put up another guard. This is not quite the side that went totally wonky, I believe. It did curl a lot. Let me show you what I'm seeing. I haven't said that much today. Let me update the scoreboard too. So with that, with 2 corner guards, it looks like McDonald is going to opt to draw around the tighter corner guard on the right side with Maidens first. And I think that's just to kind of draw Stones in the rings. Actually, I take that back. It's another draw through. Another throw through. So that's the last one that they will probably do because the 5 rock rule is over with that last shot. And so now the strategy is going to be Keeling, still looking for places to hide, freeze, build up places to put 4 stones to tie, 5 to win. And McDonald's just going to hit until Keeling doesn't have any more stones. This is coming up lights. I haven't seen any hogged rocks so far this event, and not yet. That turns out to be another guard. And so now with the 5 rock rule over, Megan is going to be asked to do some cleanup. A little bit of a fall on her release. I think she tried to do it some gusto and ends up just going through the house. So a possible opportunity for Keeling. Before you guys go away, just want to let you know that we have a quadruple header on tap both Friday and Saturday. Game times are about 9 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 4:30 p.m., and 8 p.m., all times Mountain Standard. And our feature game in the morning is going to be a men's match between Team Siggins and Team Raju from San Francisco. So this is I think they wanted to draw a round, but it ends up crashing. It's another guard, not a bad outcome, but every rock from here on out for Keeling needs to count or it is sayonara. So featured games will be on the MoPac YouTube channel, while static camera coverage is going to be on Coyotes Curling YouTube channel. And again, we will have the live scores on Bond Spieler. So looking to clear a guard, and contact is made. Does get one of the guards to go, and then the other guard just kind of hangs around, not guarding anything. So a good shot there from Jennifer. So first rock coming from Amy Thompson. And this is a draw. The outturn draw going to hopefully be under cover. It is, and it is counting. It's buried. So that's 1. And so McDonald wants to make that go away. Teams are doing okay on time. You can see the clock in the background here. McDonald has just under 5 minutes, while Keeling has about 3.5 minutes. The broom is down for another takeout by Collins. Possible double. Needs to curl though, as they're trying to push it over. Gonna get 1. I think they're trying to get that guard, and they did. That is a cross house double takeout, brought to you by doubletakeout.com. Possible double. Needs to curl though, as they're trying to push it over. Gonna get 1. I think they're trying to get that guard, and they did. That is a cross house double takeout, brought to you by doubletakeout.com. So 3 stones to go. For Team Keeling. I guess 5 total. Looking to draw and freeze on top because there's not really any place to hide. This is it whips off of their stone and sets up a double. So this might be it. So Andy McDonald gets set in the hack. Collins has the broom down for taking out one of them. And once again, McDonald is really making sure that there's no gunk at all on that stone. Understandable concern, making sure that the surface is as clean as possible, because it is the worst feeling in the world when a shot goes sideways because of a pick. So McDonald gets set. And it looks pretty good. Just going to get one of the stones, and the shooter's going to roll across the house. And that is going to be all, folks. Make the final 7-3. That was the last game on the ice. So let's do a quick recap, and then we'll wrap up tonight's coverage from the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships. So all games are done for tonight. On sheet A, we had Team Aubrey come back to claim the win, 5-4 over Team Juilliard of Coyotes. Sheet B, Team Thanger derived from Thanger derived from San Francisco. The 8-1 winners over Team Feldman from one country. Sheet C, we just saw it. McDonald was the 7-3 winner over Team Keeling. And then on sheet D, Camarena, the 11-4 winner over Team Aces. Camarena hails from San Francisco, and Aces is from Silicon Valley. So that will wrap up our night of coverage, the first MoPac After Dark of the season. We have 2 more MoPac After Darks this weekend, and I promise I will be just as me as ever for those upcoming evening draws. Until then, we have our next coverage coming up at 9 a.m. where the feature game is going to be Siggins taking on Team Raju. And again, our quadruple header includes 9 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 4:30 p.m., and 8 p.m. all on the MoPac YouTube channel as well as the Coyotes YouTube channel. So before we sign off, another thanks to our sponsors, including DoubleTakeout.com and Curling.gg, as well as Endgame Curling. So thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to you, dear listener, for staying with us for this broadcast. Definitely look forward to more curling in the next 3 days, and I hope you will stay with us. Until then, on behalf of all of us here at MoPac and Coyotes Curling, and again with thanks to our sponsors, this has been your host Ryan Olson saying good night and good curling. We'll see you bright and early Friday morning. Thank you. Lots of talking.